know. I don't know. I don't know when it does it. It doesn't like.
It's
There's
a
a
little.
pre-roll.
I
There's a
just saw that.
pre-roll thing that shows you.
There's a pre-roll. Nah, I was just there. I ain't seen it.
That's
I
unfortunate.
ain't even
And
seen it all like that.
I ain't seen it. But then again,
Oh no, what? No.
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I had it covered. So I don't
Oh,
even
no.
know. But I think it's
Here it is.
like 5
You think
seconds
it's what?
long. I'm
Yo,
almost. I'm partially
can you-
positive it's 5 seconds long. Can
Let
I
me get
what?
Here
my
we go.
phone together.
Whatever you're asking me right now, I'm probably gonna say no. But you can ask anyways. What's up?
What?
Oh no! Oh, you said can you? I thought you was gonna ask me for like some type of
Oh,
favor
no,
of some
no, no,
sort.
no, absolutely not. No, stop. Never.
Oh.
Ever.
Oh no, it's good.
Ever.
That's great. This is good news.
Okay.
Okay,
Never.
I'm all right. That's cool. Good.
Now
So
I'm
what's
gonna
going on?
favor.
You can't.
Apparently, I can't ask the man for a favor. He was just like, whatever it is, nah. I'm like,
Okay, I didn't just say nah.
Wow.
I just said
You-
I'm
you
probably.
may as well had, because
No,
said no.
that's not what I said. I said I'm probably going to say no, which is a lot different from saying no, because that's rude. I feel like
Well,
if-
no isn't rude.
no, just it's a
Saying the
little-
word no is not
no.
rude.
Saying the word no isn't rude, but
Oh, starting
wow,
early.
wow. Are we even a minute in? Like,
You haven't
We
even. I gotta
are
close
a
my
minute
mind. We
and a
already
half.
get subs. KJ in the building.
Go do your thing. We're 2
Um,
minutes in. And
what?
my man, give
Seriously.
us time to breathe.
That is
I like it.
You're insane. I love this kid.
I love it.
I
We love it. We all love it.
Absolutely insane.
Let it be known.
Absolutely.
Insane.
It's just love, right? Like that's what it is.
I'm trying to.
Oh
There we
man,
go.
that's insane.
I'm trying to get my Jaeger on.
Appreciate you, KJ.
Your Jaeger? What is Jaeger?
You know, if you actually play the games, you would know who I'm referring to. Bean knows what I'm talking. Trying to get my. But you still see it.
Oh yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Shush. Rainbow Six Siege. Yes.
That is
Wow.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Come on, what you
As a
thought? I
matter
don't
of
play
fact-
Siege?
I actually have a Jaeger figurine right here.
There we go.
So for those you can't see, I'm holding up a
Oh,
Rainbow Six Siege Jaeger.
Well,
You
I
know.
On my Ash or Twitch or Montang or anybody else right
I
now.
call
but
your
Smoke
Jaeger.
Diddy,
I call
my
your
favorite
Jaeger
operator.
and smoke and raise you a bandito.
Well, I have a bandito
Oh, no. Okay.
You know what?
and a sledge. I got a sledge up here too. If we really
I can't
get
find any
crazy,
of my Rainbow Six figurines, so I'm just gonna hold up this guy right here.
man.
Right here. Yo,
Dude,
Keith, who's
I'm
that?
so done with that game, dude.
Uh,
Gunter, come here, Gunter.
Gunther.
thank you, Jesse Lee, for the subscription. What is that? I don't even know. It looks like
the
a little.
shopkeeper from Splunky.
Oh my
It's the
goodness!
shopkeeper. Yeah,
You need to.
You know what?
Rod, no.
So because I dragged Bean to the Splunky fold essentially because when he would come over, I would coax him into playing a few games of Splunky, the original.
Mm-hmm.
Is
So
that
we
how it
had
happened?
fun.
I could have sworn I was already into that game and we
I
started
don't
playing
know.
it together.
We definitely was playing it together, but all the years of me playing Splunky, when I developed the technique, you get to 1-2, you kill the shopkeeper with a very specific tactic, and you go about your way. In Splunky 2, you don't really need to do that anymore because they give you so many different ways to get health, so many ways to get items and money and stuff that I just leave them alone now.
Do you? Because I've played with you a couple of times, and I did not experience this leaving him alone you speak of. Because
when was the last time you actually played with me, kid?
it's been a little bit of a dog.
It's been quite a dog.
It's been a little bit of a dog. Is that
Since then,
is that
I was able. Is that what? I'm sorry.
No, I was just curious because maybe I should have just kept this thought in my head, but I was just thinking,
Here we go.
is that known lingo? Like we say,
What?
oh, it's been a whole dog.
You know what's so funny? I've been
I feel
wanting
like
to
we have
stop
to
myself.
explain that,
Yeah,
huh?
I'll explain it. I've been wanting to say it so many times on so many streams, on so many podcast episodes. I'm like,
Yeah,
stop. Nobody knows what this means.
this is true.
So he has a very well-established habit of turning everyday layman's terms into repeatable
Okay.
terminologies in the group.
Yeah.
So
It's not
They
a
turn
everybody
into group
knows,
phrases, definitely.
everybody knows a dog's year. Like, oh, 1 human year, 7 dog years,
Right.
right?
It's been a dog's age,
So
as they would
it's
say.
been that's a long time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So in other circles of speak, there are other ways of saying that a certain activity will take a long time. Oh, that's gonna take mad long, and all these other things. Here comes Key. He's like, hey, yo, you know what I haven't seen in a dog? And you're like,
It's one of those ones
excuse
that's
me?
so good because you instantly know what it means.
Yeah,
Those
we
are the
instantly
best
got what it
ones.
means. There was
Those
the
are the
first
best
time
ones.
we ever heard it in any chat, any way, shape, or form.
Yep.
We got it on the first try. And he was like, no, you didn't just say that.
And it's stuck.
And it's stuck.
Like-
It's been at least a year now.
Permanent.
We've been like using this term.
Permanent.
As mu-
Might be too, bro.
It might be too.
Has it
You
been
know what
that
makes
long?
it worse? I've been using it at work.
Oh,
And I'm the only one that was.
my
Everybody looked at me
goodness.
like, "Wait, a dog? What do you mean?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. It's been a long time, He's over here tainting my vocabulary. It's crazy.
First of all,
Mhm.
no, go ahead. It's just not. It's not my fault. You can't blame me.
It is your fault, fam.
Listen, so in our friend group, our circle of friends or whatever, everyone always comes up with a term that sticks, and sometimes they stick
Always.
for long periods of time, sometimes shorter, or sometimes they just get ingrained in the golden shrine of we will use this word until we die. Most likely.
Until we forget
Yeah.
about it, or until we
just forget about it. And a dog is locked in, bro. It's locked in.
So now we're sharing this with you all. So in order to properly enunciate that something is taking a really long time, just say it's taking a dog.
It's taking
Or a whole dog. A whole
Yeah.
dog.
A whole
dog.
dog is a force.
That's a
Whatever
long
that means.
time. That's a long
That's
time.
a long time. But now don't hold us to this because we're not going to be able to give you any exact measurements of time. Just take it with a grain of salt. It's taking a dog. That's all there is to it.
Just know, in between this time and this time
That
is a
time
dog.
is a dog.
That's a dog.
Yeah.
And then it's this time and that time. That's a whole dog.
Yeah, listen. The time it takes to download a game is usually like previously, past gen consoles was a dog. But then the time it would take to copy a whole dog.
Why does that take longer?
I'm so glad that's gone in this current era. Like,
So in the PS4 version, to save bandwidth on their side, they would make you download the entire game and it would sideline on your console, which would involve you downloading the entire game.
mhm.
The file sitting on your console now. It has to dissect the parts of the game that needs to be updated, write those files, and then delete the downloaded file. So this is why, although let's just say these numbers either are not true, Modern Warfare was taking up 200 gigs on your drive. Kind of true.
Mhm.
You would need those 200 gigs again to download the update.
Jeez.
Because it's sidelining into the app instead of just downloading the requisite files and all those other things.
That's
Right.
They made a post about it a while ago when they first started doing it because rightfully so, everybody was mad. This was taking a long time.
Yeah. No.
Copying does happen on PS5, but it's ridiculously fast that I have yet to notice it.
It's super fast.
So
I mean, downloading games in general on these next gen consoles just seems super fast, especially the PS5, right?
I really appreciate that they finally listened.
Yeah, the PS5 lets you use like more of your internet capability than the Xbox. No?
From what the Xbox, I'm not sure. I haven't gotten mine yet. Maybe
I don't even know. I don't know because I haven't had. I don't know.
What the PS5 does is what Steam does. If you tell Steam to download a game, it's going to download that game. Literally take up all your bandwidth. Somebody's watching Netflix upstairs. That's their problem. It's going to buffer for a few minutes because Steam needs bandwidth.
That's their business, dude.
What was it? I downloaded. What did I download yesterday? Key, what did I download yesterday?
COD.
COD.
Yes.
You did download COD yesterday.
30 gig game in 5.5 minutes.
Oh, it's glorious. Yo, downloading
On the
games.
PS4, it was a gig a minute essentially. So I would be waiting half an hour for that.
Yeah.
And then afterward, 45 minutes for a copy.
Yeah. Yo, dude. I feel like gone to a degree are the days of having to be like, oh, before I get home, let me start that download like
Yeah.
3 hours because it's gonna take a whole dog.
It's like a whole dog. Like us, we gotta do the pros and the cons. You can't have too many pros and no cons.
Yeah.
The primary con that was sticking me yesterday, I was playing a co-op season with B and FIFA 21. So in FIFA 20, which was for PS4, before you load into a match, they put you on the field so that you can try to score on the goalkeeper. Or if you are the goalkeeper, you try to stop the goal.
Mhm.
PS5, you get about 5 seconds of that. I start running, game's loaded.
Mm-hmm.
On the PS4 version, I used to be able to score 1, or if I'm feeling myself, 2 goals. If B's feeling himself, 3 goals.
You'd be able to have 2 interactions, so like 2 shots, maybe
2
3,
shots, yep.
something like that. But as we spoke about in a prior episode, Reese is upset that the load times are gone, so the mini games are disappearing during the
games
loading
are disappearing, and
don't
like
get
I said,
But you get to the game faster.
Nah, but you gotta be able to read the hints.
Warm up.
You gotta get the hints. He can't read the
Thank
hints.
you, King. I can't read the hints. Those are gone.
He
Like,
can't
come
read
on,
the
bro.
hints.
How am I supposed to know what button does what?
Figure
Just
it out
have them-
live.
They come out live. Like they usually, like most games usually tell you on screen. Oh, it's X to jump. Use this to move. Use this to control the camera. Use this to shoot. They usually tell you.
Or you just romance and saga it and just go out in the wild and figure it out.
Key it and just
That's a keyism.
stop pressing buttons. See
My
what
man
they do.
doesn't go to the options.
Nah,
Doesn't read primary dialogue.
no need.
And complains about not knowing the buttons when they're telling him what the buttons are on screen.
First of all, I don't complain. If I do complain, it's just to get out my frustrations, but I'm still proceeding along with it. Honestly, none of this even matters. Let me tell you guys 2 important tidbits of information that I feel like the masses need to know. Like literally,
I'm listening.
everybody needs to know this information. Okay.
Okay.
What's first? Okay, first I'll say because this has like crazy amount of hype. Everybody knows Cyberpunk is coming out. It's due the 10th, I think. Right? It's supposed to be coming out on the 10th.
Yep.
But that is at, I think they said like 12 p.m. some crazy, it's like 12 p.m. GMT or something like that. But it comes out 12 p.m. GMT worldwide on the 10th, which means it's actually dropping December 9th at 7 p.m. EST if you guys want to play it. Bada bing, bada boom. You can play it a day early. And then, delicioso. I don't even know
one of my favorite vines, dude, of all time.
Why is that dude famous? Why is that dude famous?
Why is he famous?
I don't.
Personality.
Anyways,
What's the second tidbit of information we need to know, okay?
that Attack on Titan season 4 episode 1 came out today, and I cannot wait to watch it. I'm
Nice.
like, Cody told me about it earlier, and oh my goodness.
You're not dragging me into this episodic scene right here. I'm waiting for this.
Stop.
This is a binge.
Stop.
This is a binge. Listen, you already got me on one episodic. Only one. I don't have the patience to be waiting for multiple series episodes to be coming out every week.
Do you know how much sense that doesn't make? Because you are patiently waiting for the series to end. So that makes no sense.
I'm not patiently waiting because I'm not even thinking about it. It's not like, oh, I gotta wait. There's
I know. Like once you start watching Game of Thrones and you catch up, then you're like, I gotta.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah. But if you just wait till it's done, you can just watch all of
Which
it.
is what I almost did.
It's 1,000% Netflix and Hulu's fault. Like,
yeah,
so lame.
1,000%.
I hate it, but it's okay.
I love it.
Like, look what Hulu did with Animaniacs. They gave us the whole season.
Yeah, just give it a whole season.
And I'm a binge it.
No, that's great.
Netflix does that with most of like 90% of their stuff. Netflix does.
I thought it was with all of it, honestly. But
some stuff is like some of those shows are not, but 98%.
I mean, yeah. I mean, our binge was bingeable, but if it's coming out episodic, it's like, yo, did you see that last episode? Yeah, crazy. Let's and then you live tweeting about it or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just, and then.
No. And then there's us who
and then it's like,
we have our own, man. We've been
no. You can't just split up the fan group between when we watch anime. You can't do that. You can't do
We've
that.
been doing it this whole time.
I can't just enjoy media the way I enjoy the
consumer. No, you let me finish. You let me finish. There's one group of individuals, right? You can't then split up said group because everybody watches anime at a different time. No, it's unacceptable. We all have to watch it at the same time. So we can all discuss it as a group at the same time.
Führer Key is here. No one is allowed to watch
unacceptable behavior.
It's crazy because anime, there's so many shows. It's insane the amount of anime that comes out.
Exactly.
Like, I have a wonderful example for you. I have yet to watch a single. Actually, I don't know if Key's into this now that I think about it. Black Clover. I haven't watched a single episode of Black Clover. Not one. Now y'all been raving about all those episodes that all this hot stuff happened, and now it kind of wore off. The magic kind of wore off. Now I'm coming in, catching up, reliving these moments, and now you're gonna be like, "Yo, I mean, you remember when this happened? You can relive it with me."
No, okay. See, it's
been
no.
a while.
No.
Okay,
wrong.
it's not gonna have.
Let me tell you,
luster. Yes, but you can still relive it,
bro. The only way I'm gonna like actually relive it is if like I'm watching it with you. I'm like, oh wait, I can't wait till he sees this part. Ooh, that was dope. That was sick. Right. Okay, cool. Okay. But afterwards, like if I'm not doing that and you watch that episode and you're like, yo, he just went off. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that part. Like that's like.
See, I'm different though because when they started watching Game of Thrones, I got really excited because I was already on like season 4 or 5, and like Reese and Mike started watching it before Yuki, I think, or maybe y'all all started watching it around the same time.
I think we pretty much watched it at the same time, yeah.
But like when they would tell me stuff, I would get hyped all over again. Like I would literally like some of the episodes, I just go watch them again out of just pure hype because they were hyped.
Oh, I never did that.
Listen, he was like, "Yo, you're gonna get into this, yo." Just watch out for S3E9.
When they finally got to the Red Wedding, I was like, yo, I was so hyped. And
he was hyped. He wouldn't stop talking about it. And I'm like, you know what, whatever. Let me just watch this.
This is crazy. And I'm like, I literally went back and I watched it again myself.
What was this episode? And we talked about it. B was just as hyped as when he first saw it. Yeah. You know, probably 85% efficacy. Because he already saw it.
I already saw it.
Listen, I got a majority of the original hype that made me hype to continue watching it, so on and so forth.
Yeah, like The Boys. Like I finished it. I'm all caught up on The Boys. I waited for it all to be done. Whatever.
I'm still not even caught up. I still got to catch up.
It's just 2 seasons.
And season 2's done already?
Yeah.
I feel like it just came out.
It's a Netflix thing. I mean, it's
Amazon
thing. So I think they just dropped the whole thing. I'm not sure.
Oh, I didn't know.
But yeah, like Cody and Mike had already seen it. Cody's like, he's more similar to you, so he's more kind of just like, cool, like you saw it. But Mike was just as hype. Like when I was telling him parts, he was getting just as hype, just as enthusiastic as I was. So it's like some people can relive those moments, some people cannot.
Unfortunately, Key can't. And
unfortunately, when it comes to his anime,
it's still cool. It's still cool, but it ain't as hot. That is nothing like that original. That first time seeing it.
Oh no, it's definitely not. It's definitely not.
I'm agreeing with you there, but I can't stand you. Let's go. We've been rambling for quite a while, and the people are patiently waiting for us.
Yeah. So let's get this thing going. Welcome everybody to another episode of Trigger Talk TV, where we talk all things video games and video games related. I am your host, Key, and I'm here with my 2 wonderful co-hosts, B.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen?
And Reese.
How's it going, ladies and gentlemen?
There's an echo in the room.
That's crazy.
So what do we have today? What What is at the top of the top of the list today?
The top of the list,
The
the
top-
tippity top.
Top
Well,
of the list.
I
You
mean,
can't start in the middle of the list.
because Reese just wants to go first.
Nah.
Literally nobody
I went first
starts.
last time, so go ahead.
Literally nobody starts at the middle of the list. Like literally nobody.
Have you ever played Phase 10 Masters Edition?
Here we go. You know, Reese got an example, baby.
What is that? Phase 10?
Ever played Phase 10?
Phase 10?
It's a card game,
Phase.
right?
Phase
Yes.
10. No.
Yes.
I think I
So
played
that-
it like a few times. I don't
Is
like
it-
remember the card.
is
It's
game.
a
I know
play
it's a card game.
on several card games where you have to match conditions
Is
for
it
that
fun?
phase that you're in. Yeah, it is frustrating.
It's fun.
Frustrating.
God.
Someone
Well,
in
hold
that chat. Someone in that chat just said Phase 10 is fun. I was trying not to say that.
Card games are fun, right? Or
They're
no?
frustrating. Yes, they are.
No.
You
This
don't
isn't
do
a TCG. This is like what is it? Like,
Uno.
when you gotta like
Uno and things.
Uno, like the ones. Oh yeah,
and,
Uno.
and rummy and things
Yeah.
like that.
What's
Yeah.
the one where people make jokes out of the? I never played the game. It's like the black and white cards.
Cards Against Humanity?
Oh, Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, that one. Stuff like that. That's what it is. But go ahead, B. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Wait, so you don't like Cards Against Humanity?
I've never played it. I don't even know.
Oh, wow.
You might not because it's fun.
It's the most
It
fun.
involves like people having fun.
I'll play a
All right.
competitive TCG though. Like, what's up?
All right.
Go ahead, man, because we ain't getting nowhere right now.
Yeah, I mean, well, speaking of competitive games, Worms. What?
Ooh.
Yes.
So, all right, let's just dive into the semantics first. Let's get that out the way. So we got Worms Rumble. It was released December 1st on Steam and PSN. It's not on Xbox yet, but it's on Windows. Like it's on Steam. So, you know what I mean?
It'll get there.
It'll get there. I'm pretty sure it'll get there. Team 17 does it again. Team 17 is one of since 1993 they've been a company. Maybe
They've been around for a dog.
a whole dog.
Who is Team 17?
Team 17.
Team 17
Lord,
is a dev company and publishing company. They usually do like those like big indie games, I guess you would say big indie games. They've been around for many years. Worms was their first big success in 1995.
Oh, okay.
1995, Worms was there. It was released on like pretty much everything everything. Like the list for the original Worms on the platforms that it's on is absurd. It's like Super Monkey Ball. It's like D's. It's too much.
Everywhere.
On too many platforms. Team 17 is responsible for Escapists, Worms, Overcooked, Moving Out, Lemmings, whole bunch of games.
All fun.
All fun strat, like super strat games.
My favorite.
Big brain games. And traditional Worms. So for those of you who've never played Worms, probably key.
Definitely key.
For 25 years now, Worms has been traditionally a 2D, mostly 2D. There's been a couple of 3D iterations here and there, but it's mostly a 2D artillery-based, turn-based strategy game. So it's an artillery, turn-based strategy game.
Think tanks.
Right. You control a small team of worms. At the beginning of the game, you are given an arsenal, and you have to use your strat and movement and the time restraints to beat the other teams on the board. So each person has like a team of 4, and you go nuts. It's insane.
You know, I've never played tanks, so when you said think tanks, I'm thinking battle tanks, and I'm like,
Oh no.
No.
So
It's literally it's like a 2D plane, and all the worms are all on the board, and everyone takes turn with one worm, and you go. It's like strat, like you got to plan and think and all that stuff, and then you have to aim and use all the weapons to do different stuff. So you got to know like which weapon to use and like what situation. It's super dope. I love worms.
So wait, you never played those flash games with the tanks where you got to aim it and then you got to adjust your power and try to hit the opposing team? You never did that?
name a game specifically.
Gunbound.
Never heard of that.
Lord have mercy. I'm sorry, dude. Go ahead. That's wild.
You tried. So that's Worms.
I did.
That's Worms in a nutshell. It's a big 2D plane. You got your team, and you're out there trying to destroy the other team one by one. Everyone's taking turns, and you're trying to outstrat the other person. Cool. This Worms is not that at all.
At all.
Literally at all. So this Worms, they throw the tradition out the window, and they get a modern facelift. They change the controls. That's the first thing you notice out the bat. Is they change the controls. Like it's more of a modern shooter style with the controllers now. And this game is online only. They've never done that before either. And it's a fast-paced 32-player battle royale Worms, dude. It's insane. There's a death match where it's like, it's like a traditional death match. It's like a time limit. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. But that's more like the warm-up. This game is based on last worm standing or last squad standing. It literally has squads and solos. And the squads of 3, and there's 32 players out there. And you literally, you pick where you want to drop, and you go. And it is insane fun. It's literally a BR, but on a 2D plane. I don't know about you guys, but I've never played anything like this before. And I've never played a BR like this before. I feel like most BRs are like a clone, they might have a tweak or a gimmick or something that they do different than the other ones, but it's pretty much the same thing. And I guess this one's tweak or gimmick is that they tried to stay true to their style. So you're still a worm, but it's way faster. You can roll and you have unlimited jumps. You have a stamina meter now. So that determines how fast you can roll or how long you can roll in all your jumps. So in Worms prior, you were on a time limit for your turn. So as much movement as you could do, and then you had one action, you could use one weapon, or you know what I mean? Now it's just you just go
go ham.
It's a battle royale. You pick where you want to drop, you guys go in, and you're literally opening up crates and looking for weapons and stuff like that, and just beefing with you, and you literally just beefing. The maps are very good because the maps aren't crazy big, but neither are the worms. So the maps are pretty robust for the size of the worm. So it feels like the maps are big, even though they really aren't, but it feels that way. And you can hide. So if you're inside of something, let's say you're in a pipe. If you're in that pipe, the players outside of that pipe can't see in that pipe until they enter the pipe. But you can still see the whole map.
Yeah, that's cool.
So dudes be hiding in pipes.
They be hiding in there. You just got to chuck a grenade
and crates,
or a banana bomb in there.
Yeah. They had to do stuff like that to make it so, to add that element of surprise, to add the twitchiness of a BR, because you guys can drop somewhere where there's no one else at, and then you're kind of walking around and you're looking for items and you're looking for stuff, and then all of a sudden you just you run into a team. The same thing in a Warzone or Fortnite. You're out there looking for stuff. All of a sudden you run into a team. It has that same kind of quick, twitchy feel with your teammates and requires you to actually communicate. And you can pick each other up. It's a BR.
It's a BR with worms. It's great.
As a BR. And I'm thoroughly impressed with it. I really am impressed with it. I'm going to write a before review for the blog, triggertalktv.com. But I'm very excited with this game. I'm having a lot of fun. I just won my first match before we got live. I won my first
I heard
solo.
You because of me. Solo. It was because of me. You're welcome. It was absolutely because of me.
But I played this with Reese. I've played this with GamerBot J, and I've played this with D Toad Sage as well.
How many did you guys win?
0.
And when did you win?
What up?
When did you win?
When I played by myself.
And who was on headset with you?
You did pop in on the headset.
Thank you. Okay.
So you know what that means, right?
My presence allowed his victory. I understand.
No, but you know what that means, right?
What does that
What
mean?
does that mean?
That means you gotta download the game.
I can't afford it.
It's free. It's on
You can't
PSN.
afford free?
I'm too broke for free.
That.
Wow. Now we're reaching.
That's not even
crazy.
possible.
That's not possible.
Yeah. There's one thing I wish was in this game, and I wish they had a traditional mode to fall back on.
Hmm?
Like I wish they had traditional worms in the game as a game mode
Oh.
because they've done it 30 times. They've
they
made
perfected.
worms literally like 15, 20 times. They've made Worms 1, Worms 2, Worms Armageddon.
Well,
Worms
maybe
3D.
that's why it's not in there. They tired of making worms.
Well, there's people who like I'm not the only one who has this sentiment. A lot of people who love Worms were like, "Man, this new Worms is fun, but I wish I wish they had a mode so I could play with my wife. Oh, I wish they had." So like, I feel like it's a tiny misstep. Like they're banking on people are gonna play this Worms game because it's free on PlayStation and on Steam. I think it's like $14.99 on Steam. So yeah, they're gonna make their money on Steam.
And
but on console, I mean,
microtransactions as well.
right?
Yeah.
But that's all based upon hype. Because if there's no hype for the game, there's not going to be that many microtransactions. No, like you might have like your core fans who are gonna partake.
It's the player base. Yeah, how many people are playing the game?
Right.
Who knows? They might pull a reverse Activision. We had Modern Warfare. It was a base game. You know, we play it. It was cool and all. BR came out of nowhere. And now look at that. So now we have the BR. Who knows? They just might build in the traditional mode. And
yeah, but people knew the BR was coming.
Yeah, everybody knew BR was coming. Yeah.
Yeah. Still possible. We don't know.
I mean, they could, but honestly, there's no look at Fortnite. Like Fortnite first, Save the World came out first. And like people played it, I guess. Honestly, I don't really know. I wasn't following that game whatsoever. But when the Battle Royale came out, that part, I don't even know if they even still like update Save the World anymore. They might. I don't
Battle
know.
Royale came out, Save the World. They didn't update it.
Definitely on the back burner. I mean, they probably still do. I don't know, but Save the World is definitely on the back burner in comparison to the free Battle Royale Fortnite that they had dropped. And so I just think, I don't know. I mean, people probably want it, but like, I think the money is actually going to come from their Battle Royale section. So I don't know if they would even want to put in like a Worms, would you call it story mode? Would you say that? I don't know. Like a regular camp.
Traditional Worms.
I'll say traditional Worms. I'll say traditional
mode. Yeah. Like the same way Call of Duty has all of its modes in the game. Like, why not put that mode in the game? It literally takes nothing for them to do that.
Well, Warzone is separate. Warzone is its own entity.
Right, but it didn't start that way. It didn't start that way.
No, this is the first of its. Well, not first. The second of its kind.
Right, they did Blackout first, which is
part of the game, and then the second rendition was its own entity, which is it's looking
but that's free. This game isn't free.
This
game is not free.
Right.
Yeah. It's on PSN Game of the Month, and then it's going to go away, and then you're going to have to buy $15 for it.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe the way Battle Royale is changing, like now it's evolving to becoming. What was that?
Oh, Crisis with the follow. Thank you,
Crisis. Which
appreciate you, Crisis.
Yeah, you never know, like what these companies are doing now.
Well, I'm just saying, like maybe it's evolving now to becoming like it's another one that's not. Well, I don't know if that's what's that game called? Spirit, the one with like the wizards and stuff. It was a battle royale, quote unquote.
It's free now. It's free. Spellbreak is now free.
It's now free. It's free. Yeah.
Well, was like, I'm not buying that. Yeah. Now it's free. Everybody's getting it.
Now everybody's getting it, and then you get your money through your microtransactions. So I don't know. Maybe it's like kind of going into a game or the type of game where it is a purchasable, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
No. Again, that is still that's a small thing that the fans of the series would have loved to have in it because it literally would have taken them nothing, I think, to add that in the game. But who knows?
Yeah, just take the existing assets,
just take
finagle them around a little bit, add more weapons, done.
Just plop it in.
Because they have all the weapons already. Like once the game gets a little age on it, like, here comes some other weapons or whatever. Like the airstrike. The airstrike ain't in there. Imagine you can call it airstrike on that map. That'd be ridiculous.
I think if you have that, then this game is, of course, not without flaws, but it puts it on another level, I feel, because you're getting the new, like you're attacking a new fan base while keeping your old fan base intact, as opposed to you're only targeting the new casuals. You're not caring about the diehards. So, but other than that, it's whatevs. Like, it's a great game. Like, it's phenomenal. I enjoy it a lot. I really do. But
yeah, that lack of emotion.
Now I gotta go. Like we actually had this the other night. We was playing it, and we were like, man, I could go for some regular worms right now. Like, dang.
Well, there you go. I mean, that drives sales to the other games that's probably haven't seen sales in a while. Because honestly, I haven't heard nobody talk about worms in no circle, and I don't even know.
Right, but we already have it. I'm not gonna go buy it. And people who don't know what it is aren't going to be like, oh, yeah, let me go buy worms. Like, I just don't see that happen. I just don't. It's a possibility, absolutely. But I just don't see, like, someone who's never heard of worms playing Worms Rumble and being like, I want to go play old worms. Like, I just don't.
When's the last worms to come out? Was it a long time ago?
Nah.
No.
It was like
had a couple titles.
It was literally like 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you don't think it'll drive sales to a recent game? You don't think so? I mean, look at this. Now look at this.
It's going to drive new. I don't think it's going to pull in new fans.
I think it could, because look at it actually has a name. I think it's called like, I forget what it's like the Netflix effect or something like that, where Queen's Gambit just came out. Everybody watched that show, and now chess is flying off the shelves. People want to check out chess and seeing like people want to play chess.
If they made a Worms TV show, sure.
You don't think the game is the same? Like this new Battle Royale game is the same effect as the Netflix effect of a TV show?
No, because more people watch TV than play video games.
By far.
Well, no. Oh, yeah, but I just mean no, dude. That's not what I was saying.
But to actually like shift it and make an impact, I'm sure there will be some. I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying comparable numbers from people watching a show and to that same amount of people picking up the game. I'm just saying within their respective fields, somebody playing the game and picking up another game is just like somebody watching a show and picking up something that related to that show.
But that's the same game, though. Like if you're using Queen's Gambit as a thing, they're playing chess.
Yeah.
So they're going to go buy chess and read up on chess, not a different chess, right? It's just chess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not going to look up.
If this was Worms, like a new Worms, like that was the same traditional turn-based Worms, and then it got so much hype that like let's say Shroud all of a sudden was playing Worms for some reason. I think that is more like what you're saying.
That's the Netflix effect.
Well, because it's the most. There would be no reason to go if it's the same kind of Worms. There would be no reason to go play a previous Worms if it's the same exact game. You're just playing the updated version.
Then why are people going to go play chess? It's the same game.
Because you're not actually physically playing chess. Like, you know what I mean? Like. You watch the show, you're like, dang, chess looks fun or whatever. So you're not actually physically behind it. You're not actually doing it. So you're like, yo, I want to go pick up chess now so I can actually play and test my mind skills. Where the game, you're actually playing this new version of this game. It's in your hands. So it's different in that respect.
Right, but I don't know.
So if I'm playing the new version, there's no reason for me to go pick up the old version. Like that wouldn't drive sales to an older version. But I'm playing a different kind of game. I'm playing words. So this isn't the same This is a completely rework of of the original version. So that's like saying, oh, well, now I want to go. What's the original version look like? That was kind of dope. What's the how did the original one play?
No, I see what you're saying. I just don't think like if you're a fan of that type of game, it's gonna like I just don't see the like it being that big of a thing. Like I don't know. I just don't see the like in terms of like chess, right? It's been a thing for thousands of years. It's just super hype right now because Queen's Gambit is hype right now. So I think if someone like a popular streamer was playing traditional Worms, it would make people want to go play Worms. I think that's the equivalent to the Queen's Gambit thing. But on the other side, yes, there will be some people who are like, oh, this is Worms, but this isn't traditional Worms. Let me go check out old Worms. But I don't think that's a purchase, though. I think it's something you might go watch a YouTube video and be like, oh, nah. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay,
because, like,
I see a YouTube video happen.
I see you playing the current Worms, and then go look like and be like, yo, let me go check out old Worms. Oh no, I'd never play that.
Well, okay, so then there's this. Then it'll definitely put interest into the old Worms. Like maybe it won't drive.
It might. I think
30% of sales. Maybe it could drive like 5%, 20 or 10% or something like that. But like,
it'll probably be more like 5. I think they're just transitioning to try something different. I think this is just to try something different, and it has nothing to do with them trying to get people to play traditional.
Oh, me too. No, me too. That's what I thought. I was just saying the potential is there for a new player to go look at that or somebody, whatever. I just was that's all I was saying. Like I just think that 100% they took the hype beast route and just made a game for the new age.
Right. And what I'm saying is for the game to be like for a battle royale game currently to be sold, you got to give me more than just battle royale.
Yeah, I mean,
look at Spellbreak. They tried to sell it. They're like, nah, bro, it don't work. They had to go free to play. Like a lot of these companies end up having to go free to play because they're like, yo, no one's buying our game.
Yeah, no, that's true. And
so like for them to be like, yo, this is 15 bills, bro, just throw in one old traditional Worms. It's not gonna kill them. It's one game mode. That's it, and it's the simplest thing. Like you don't have to code it. They've been doing the same game for 25 years. They don't have to code it. They don't have to do anything different. Just literally just put in, yo, Worms Armageddon is in the game as well. Boom, easy, done. Quick. Takes nothing. It takes nothing. But
no, if it doesn't take nothing, because they obviously didn't include it for a reason. But you're right. They definitely could have. With the way that games are shipping nowadays, like how they evolved their entire IP essentially from what it was to what it is now. I think they could have did a little additional adaptation, but who knows? This is their first PS5 entry, so
it's literally deathmatch, last worm standing, and last squad standing. That's it. There's nothing else in the game. For $15, it's tough. But
yeah, it sucks that they charge you.
But if you act fast, you get it on PlayStation Network. You can play it now for free. You can download it for free and have it forever as long as you have PlayStation Plus. But all that to say that small misstep means nothing in terms of the ridiculous amount of fun that this game is. I don't see myself playing it for hours on end, but I definitely like see myself playing it in like bright spots. Like, oh, let me play this game for 30 minutes before I play FIFA. Like, or let me play this game for an hour after I play Ghost of Tsushima or something like that. You know, it's like a nice, super fun like BR game, but also it's a shout out to people who've been playing video games for almost 30 years. So like, it's super dope. It's super dope. Like, I see what they tried. They're trying to bridge the gap of like their old and most successful IP and moving forward with the times. So yeah, it's pretty good though. It's very, very, very fun. I enjoy it.
Sound like you about to get a couple rounds after the show.
It depends. It depends.
The terrible wing.
It depends if we're playing FIFA. That I mean,
we might or might not be playing FIFA. Listen,
if we're playing pro clubs, got to get right on pro clubs.
Listen, whatever the night brings is whatever the night brings.
I'm sorry. I mean,
speaking of old and established intellectual property, that I bet he hasn't played this one of either. Monster Hunter.
I have
Have
played
you ever played
it.
Monster Hunter?
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
we played
Okay. All right.
together. Where you had to put in your whole social security number just to add your friend.
Okay.
That
So
was the
what you're
beta.
saying is you played the demo with us.
No, I had the actually I sold the car. I sold my game. I had the game. I sold it to Cody
Because the retail copy did not require you to put in the SSN.
I mean no. I was just saying I was there from the beginning.
Oh, from the beginning. Oh,
Yes, that's all I
excuse
was
me.
saying. But that game is trash, bro. No offense to y'all who like it.
You about to listen,
But that
you already
game-
disappointed
Yo,
a number of people.
I'm
with your lack
sorry.
of knowledge.
I'm
No,
sorry.
listen,
I'm
we
sorry,
like what we like, and we
man.
like what we and we
I'm
don't
You
sorry.
like
like
what we like. You're right.
I
but
don't mean
you should
to.
at least know about it.
I don't
Anyway,
mean to. You know that game? What's the name of that game? That's the pre to Ico.
Ico.
Yeah.
What is
What's
it?
No,
after,
he's
what's
talking about
after that?
Shadow of the Colossus.
Shadow of
Yeah.
Colossus.
Oh yeah,
That
you don't like that game.
is a beautiful game. So beautiful, but so boring. Like so monotonous. Like you literally just fight 13. That's just it. You go to the little sleeping princess and you go fight one stupid giant monster after the other. Like that's. I'm sorry. I'm ranting. Go ahead.
that sounds like a number of video games that you just that overarching like dialogue. That's a number of games.
It's just monotonous. So there's like nothing in between. Nothing cute in between. Nothing cutesy at all. You just fight these 13 giant beasts, and that's it.
Nothing
See,
cutesy.
that's my thing.
I didn't know you was looking for cutesy.
No. It's just
Cutesy probably isn't the right word, but go ahead.
It's like chocolate cake on top of chocolate cake. You need some sort of something in the middle, cream cheese or something in the middle to spice it up.
It's called balance.
Balance.
Yeah, it's
right?
literally just
So
13 chocolate cakes on top of each other. It's like I like chocolate cake, but yo, can I at least get a cup of water?
they could have put traditional words in the game. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Oh, he
Monster
tricked me.
Hunter,
He tricked me.
Yes.
You got him. That and it's been recorded. Monster Hunter is a 2020 fantasy action film produced, written, and directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. You'd be forgiven if you don't know that name unless you are a movie aficionado. But he is responsible for the Mortal Kombat film way back when.
Oh no.
Oh.
All of the Resident Evil films and the 2004 version of Alien vs. Predator.
Oh,
Can I ask you a question?
I rock with Resident Evil, except the last movie when she used that coin shooter. I was like, bro, what is going on here?
What's your question, B?
Why do video game movies
Resident Evil was
Tend-
good. Resident Evil was good.
tend
to pick these same guys and they keep getting bad ratings? I don't get it. Anyways,
Resident Evil was good. Resident Evil was good. Except
If
part
wanting to keep Resident Evil was good.
Except part 3. Except part 3.
Oh my goodness. Like I said, produced, written, and directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, who also did so for the other movies that I mentioned. He's basing this movie off of the game with the same name by Capcom. So, like I said, he did the RE movies previously, so he's obviously has some sort of clout with Capcom for them to have allowed him to produce several of their movies, in addition to this one that's coming out. And there's actually a really interesting story about that. Give me one moment. Sorry about that. So, another thing I learned is that the main actress, Mila Jovovich, I knew I was going to mispronounce that, is actually the wife of the producer of these movies.
Yo, why do they do that? That's so awkward. That's so awkward.
Very awkward. Like, yo, I'm about to do this movie. You trying to star in it? And that's it. You already have your casting right in there. I don't know if there's like conflict of interest in those type of things. Obviously not.
I don't think there's conflict of interest. It's just the fact of like there's always the love interest. Not always, but most of the time there's a love interest in the movie, and you just gotta sit there and just like watch your significant other just be all lovey-dovey in the movie. It's just so It's so awkward.
I mean,
the same thing kind of happened on Game of Thrones.
It might not be.
Harrington. What?
I'm sorry. So B, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying it might not. It might not be awkward for them.
Well, no, I've actually read like articles and stuff like that about like the awkwardness of these situations,
Gotcha.
and I'm just thinking my. Oh, so Gabrielle Union, right? That's her name, Gabrielle Union.
Gabriel. But
Gabriel.
yes.
Okay, whatever. Um, when she was in now granted Dwayne Wade wasn't like producing the movie or whatever, but some movie she was in or some show, I forget what it was, but he made her eat onions.
I think I read that. I think I read that.
Hold on. I gotta hear this.
Oh my god!
What?
He made her eat onions before like the love scene, like the kissing scenes and stuff like that. So it was unenjoyable for both parties.
Oh, that's
or chew
petty.
onions or something like that. I was cracking up. But
See,
I'm sorry.
That's petty. But
that's some insecurity stuff.
Mad petty. It's mad
Moving
petty.
on.
But it made me laugh.
so yeah, Alice from the Resident Evil, as you should know, Key, because you watch them.
Uh-huh.
You know he don't know the actor's name.
Never mind. Oh, that was the character's name actually.
Okay.
But so Mila Jovovich, she's been in a number of movies. I didn't even bother including all of them, but she's been in a number of them. Tony Jaa, I don't know if that's a recognizable. He's been in the,
if you don't know who
Unbox
Tony
series.
Jaa is, bro, come on, man.
So yeah, Unbox and all that other stuff. Tip Harris is in this movie also. For those of you who doesn't know that name, T.I. Interestingly enough, he portrays
this
the character.
movie's about to be bomb. I mean, it's
Chill out,
about to bomb.
chill out.
This movie's about to bomb. Well, they got
gotta chill
T.I.
out.
in this movie. Bro, this
chill
movie's
out.
going down. Why they put
my.
T.I. in the film? Why? They put
Yo, why-
T.I. in the film.
Why you gotta do T.I. like that?
Man,
They
I
put
wanted to
T.I.
make-
in the film? That's really
That's right.
crazy. Your first film, your first Monster Hunter film, you gonna put T.I. in it? That's crazy. You want your joint to film. What's the budget on this? I hope it wasn't big. That's crazy.
You know it was big. Go ahead, Reese.
This movie's really about to
I don't have
bomb.
it yet.
Yo, you're really about to bomb. I'm sorry. Go ahead. That's crazy.
No. You got anything else you want to say?
I just want them to know that this movie is
Before we
about to
continue,
bomb. What's up?
Why is putting T.I. in the movie automatically making the movie?
I know,
bad?
yeah,
Like, I just
man.
didn't know.
T.I. You got T.I. You got T.I.
You have to stop doing him like that.
Like, I don't
this
know.
isn't his first go.
The undisputed, most disputed king of the South. Like,
Hey, y'all know. Y'all gotta stop.
yo, you got T.I.
See, because of this is why I wanted to mention him last, but he's in there. Whatever.
Oh my
He's
God.
portraying a character called Link in the film, by the way. Obviously not related to our Hylian hero.
Oh,
I'm stuck on this T.I. hate. It's crazy.
It's crazy, but we'll get to that later. Megan Good, Diego Boneta with Spanish artist, Josh Hellman, Jin Ao Yang. I don't know if y'all recognize his regular name, but that is MC Jin, if anybody remembers him from way back when.
wow, Jen is in the movie. This is out of control.
Wait, the
And-
rapper
Yeah.
The rapper.
from
He's
Freestyle Fridays?
Yes.
Most indubitably.
Okay, now T.I. is a better clip than him. No, like,
Come on,
Yo,
Come on,
yo,
Key.
this movie is
hold on,
a
wait,
dumpster
wait.
fire waiting to happen. This is a
Wait,
dumpster
wait.
fire. You
Hold
got
on.
Jen. You got Jen from the 90s, the early 2000s, doing basement raps, and T.I., the dude that like don't wear his hat on. He wears his hat like Adebisi. Like, dude,
Oh,
Hold
no.
on.
movie.
T.I.'s come a long way. Let's
Yeah,
be
he's
cool.
come
Let's
on.
be
You gotta
cool.
stop treating him like
Hold
that,
on.
man. We're not in the
Take
2000s anymore.
Takers was a good film. No,
What is that?
it's a movie with T.I. and Paul Walker and Idris Elba and Chris Brown. You never
Wow,
seen
that-
that?
I don't do movies.
Oh, that movie's fire, bro. That movie's on point.
Maybe that's why I ain't heard of it. You got T.I., Chris Brown.
Idris
Wow.
Elba, Paul
Idris
Walker.
Elba should have negated any issues you had with the film.
Well,
Sounds
Paul
good
Walker
movie.
and Idris Elba. That made the
Idris.
film.
Idris
Idris. I'm sorry, Idris Elba. I'm
That's
sure
his
they.
name, bro.
I'm sure they made the film.
Yeah.
All right, go
No,
ahead.
it was
I'm
good. It was good. No, never mind. Go ahead. It was a good film.
Today's the 7th of December. This was
Dumpster
actually released-
fire.
This, according to Key, dumpster fire of a film.
Thank you.
Was released on December 4th, 2020 in China. And is scheduled to release here in the US on Christmas Day.
Okay.
Ooh, Christmas
This
movie.
is actually up from the 30th of December. This is funny, actually. This is the part I wanted to mention. All these delays on these video games and that we've been covering, these guys did the absolute reverse. They did an undelay. This movie was supposed to come out April 23rd of next year. He was like, you know what? We're doing good on time. Let's push it to December 30th of this year.
My man said an undelay.
You know what? We're still doing good on time. Let's bring it by another 5 days. So they brought it from April 23rd of next year to December 25th of this year.
You know why?
What's good?
Because it might be a dumpster fire.
That's
and
a
they're trying to
whole
put it
dumpster
on
fire.
Christmas so people will buy it. Go
That's
ahead.
crazy.
Yo, also, this is kind of
going up?
stupid, but I definitely just thought of this. You called it an undelay, and
Yeah.
it's coming out sooner, and it kind of sounds like on delay, which is like Spanish for
Oh.
faster. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness. Okay, you get that. You get that. I don't usually give these to you, but you get that one.
I wish I had a Homer Simpson dope. Wish I had one of those.
The problem with it coming out on December 25th is now it is fighting in theaters with Wonder Woman 1984.
Which is not winning.
That is
Wonder Woman taking that win.
Dude, that is the most opposite of a dumpster fire. That is gonna be quality, and yeah. Oh,
The general premise, since I know you're dying to know what this is about,
is it
if
hunting
you have anything-
monsters?
it is hunting monsters. Yes.
Wow, that's weird.
Wait. Before you do that, before you give us the plot,
It's only one sentence, but go ahead.
T.I.'s character's name is Link. This might be, he
Yes.
might be right, bro.
When
Go
I
ahead.
saw that, my heart sank. I'm like, this
Go
is
ahead.
terrible.
Go ahead.
But I'm wrong, right? But I'm judgmental.
in-
Okay.
An elite military force led by U.S. Army Ranger Captain Artemis Jovovich fall through a portal into a world populated by giant monsters.
Time out.
They hunt.
I'm sorry.
What?
Now I don't play this game. I don't play the series. But from what my understanding is, you're just in this world. Like you don't.
Yeah.
You know.
You're in the world.
You don't come from another dimension. Like you. This is your life.
Nah,
like
you
this
in
is-
Monster Hunter world.
It's
Right,
not
yeah.
sold out online, nah.
It's right. It's not sorted out online.
No.
This is
You
my
was
life.
Born, like you was
You
born
was
on
born and raised
Island
there.
Mikumi, and then you met some people, and y'all started hunting monsters.
And now we got to hunt monsters, right?
Yeah, and then like you joined the
So-
guild and all that.
And this movie
And this movie
with T.I.
with with Clifford Harris Jr. Go ahead.
with him, you
Him.
come from another dimension in a portal and end up in a. Go ahead, Reese. Just continue on.
No. They deserve every degree of this roast.
No,
That you about
go.
to get
I
there,
just
but
need to. I need to carry.
I want you
I
to
knew
save
it
up.
was a dumpster fire from Ti. Then you add Jen, and now there's a portal, bro.
I'm gonna say this.
I'm not even getting to my notes.
I'm not gonna like you guys know me. I can consume media from 50 from the gray area and just take it in for what it is. But when the director, the producer is the dude who did the Resident Evil movies. And for me, those movies are trash, bro. Trash movies. And she's the main character. Trash. Already trash. Then you got Tip as Link. Like, is he gonna wear a green tunic? Like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's trapped. I don't know what's happening. I really don't know.
Oh,
So they're an elite military force. They fall into a portal. They land in this world run by giant monsters. They then meet a hunter, Tony Jaa.
Hold on.
Cool.
I knew Tony
You knew-
Jaa was
you knew it was
from
gonna
the
be him?
world. Go ahead.
Who helps them survive in the world and fight against the monsters as they seek a way home.
now see, this is the thing here. What actually makes this a Monster Hunter movie? Couldn't they just have changed the name and like if they could have named it, I don't know, World of Monsters or something, like Into the Dimension or something
That
like
wouldn't
that.
it wouldn't with it being him, it wouldn't make any sense to alter in any way, shape, or form since he's been turning their IP into movies for years. Why
Right,
would they
but-
alter this one?
But the story is different. Like, what is this based off of? Is this based off a specific
So they're
game?
in the monster. I'll get to that.
Okay.
But to partially answer your question, from what I'm aware of, the Monster Hunter series, there is no continuity between the games. They're their own worlds, quote world, and then they just happen to have the same monsters. Or it could be the same world. It's just these different teams that just happen to encounter their monsters in their way.
Mm-hmm.
So he has the ability of doing that, creating his own world with the monsters from the Monster Hunter series, and just crafting his own story that way. So that's the direction I think.
Because Monster Hunter is about the monsters, not
there really isn't.
It really is not like story.
So there's no story.
So they had to create and weave a story because like they're gonna use the monsters from the series. Like whenever like there's a new drop for this game, it's always a monster. It's never like usually like a monster and like some skins. So it's like like I'm hyped for like that new Rathalos that's about to drop. And everybody gets hyped to fight the monster. It's not really about story.
It's definitely about the monsters, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting that you choose to make a movie about a game that has no story.
Well, that so they makes can sense write to me.
Oh, it has no story?
Yeah.
I'll make you one.
But they picked the wrong guy.
They picked the wrong guys according to y'all.
To me.
Don't say y'all because I actually like the Resident Evil movies.
He likes those
except
movies.
The last one.
Except the last one.
Straight doo-doo movies, but go ahead.
Those are good movies.
Way back in 2012, so over 8 years ago, it was rumored that Anderson was to direct a film adaptation of Monster Hunter. So he went to Japan even a few years before that. In 2008, he went to Japan doing his thing, and he came across Monster Hunter, and he was enamored by it. Rightfully so, because Monster Hunter has quite the following in Japan.
Yeah.
So because of his previous work with Capcom and the RE movies and things like that, he went up to Capcom and like, you know what? I'm really feeling this Monster Hunter thing. I want to turn it into a movie. So they started talking, and then those other RE movies came out. During the September 2016 Tokyo Game Show, one of the Capcom producers stated that the Monster Hunter film live action, because you can have a Monster Hunter movie, but it could be animated. So he specified it was a live action movie, was in development within Hollywood. Here's the thing with that. Anderson hadn't obtained the rights to that just yet.
Oops.
But here's a Capcom producer saying that it's already in progress. So that's just saying that he has it in the pocket already.
Oh, that's dope.
He's over here making a movie without their blessing just yet. But Anderson, he was drawn to the Monster Hunter property. Maybe this will answer your question, Key. Not only because of the series' popularity, but also for the incredibly beautiful, immersive world that they've created. So you never hear him mention anything about a story per se. It's more about the world.
Yeah, he's excited by the world, so he could write a story.
So
I like when that happens, like a game like doesn't have a story, or it's not. It's just like they want to use their world and weave their own story. I'm all for it if it's as long as it's good. I don't really care.
So I told y'all the current synopsis. Like, obviously, I still don't have everything because the film isn't here yet. I would have watched this and then gave you my critique on it. Right. But this is actually V2 of the script.
Oh no.
So V1, I was very curious because I'm going to see the film as it is, but I want to see what the film as it was. So
I'm still going to watch this movie, and I hope it's good. Like, I hope it's not trash.
So his initial script involved an American, again, being dragged into a parallel universe, the Monster Hunter world, and he would learn how to fight monsters. It's kind of what you do without being dragged over to a different world. It's kind of what you do in the Monster Hunter games. You learn how to fight the monsters. You got to learn their patterns, how they move, and things like that. Find out which weapon's effective, which parts of break, things like that. You have to learn how to fight the monsters. But in his script, what happens was the monsters came back to the real world, and the final climactic battle was supposed to happen at LAX airport. It was based on a young adult character from the real world named Lucas, who was being sought as the hero to drive back the monsters from the real world to the fantasy one. So that's probably why he brought over Link from that, because it was the whole young adult thing. And Link, he's a young adult in almost every game he's in. But as he kept developing the script, he kind of fell afoul of it. He was like, everybody in Hollywood's doing this whole young adult hero thing. So they kind of reverted to the script that they have now, where everybody's established. You're this U.S. Army vet, and then you just find your way over there, and now you have to fight your way out.
I mean, that's probably better, just for the simple fact that like you're using their monsters in their world versus you're just like in New York City and their monsters are coming
and they're just
through.
coming over. Like, okay, why did they come over? What are they doing?
Also, that's Pacific Rim.
And Avengers 1, 2, 3. Like,
see?
it's been done
You're now
1,000
saying the
times.
reasons why he was like, you know what, I'm done with this because Hollywood's done it numerous times. You just named several films.
Transformers, all of them. Like, you know what I mean?
So
they're coming here.
His current inspiration that he drew from the script that he's doing now actually came from a previous Monster Hunter crossover event. B, you might like this one actually. So Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, one of the older PSP game version, PSP games, had a crossover with Peace Walker, where a military squad briefly faced monsters from the Monster Hunter series.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
As a fan of MGS and as a fan of MH,
I love that game.
That would make perfect sense to do something like that.
I love that game.
So they formally announced the film in May 18, well before he got the rights. According to him, the success of the most recent game of the series at the time, and currently still, Monster Hunter World.
Yes, it's insane how good Monster Hunter World is doing. It is wild.
So because Monster Hunter World did so well, why wouldn't you want to make a film for this? So there were other film distributors out there be like, yo, Capcom, I'm trying to make a movie with this. What you got for me? Oh, sorry. Somebody took those rights months ago. He had already locked them up, like unofficially and all this other stuff. So one of the last things I read on was like the casting, because, you know, I saw all these names. And I'm like, this is crazy. We all heard Key's reaction when he said that T.I. was in the film.
T.I. Jin.
I'm like, what is going on? So they brought in a couple, let's say, external forces. So the people that are coming out from the world into the Monster Hunter world. And then the rest of the cast will be characters based within the Monster Hunter world. So characters that people will be familiar with. Like the Admiral. So I don't know if you would remember this, but that big gruff dude with the big giant arm. So the Admiral, he's going to be in the game. He's basing a lot of the characters from Monster Hunter world.
Right,
so
because
your question earlier, Keith.
Okay. So it's fresh in people's minds. They're using the characters from current Monster Hunter to keep people, you know, engaged who are playing that one currently, and but they're weaving their own story in. Okay.
So Anderson stated that there are some novel characters in the game reflecting on the game's custom character creator. You obviously make your own character. But they make sure to include characters essential to the series, including the Handler, which was the girl that was always with you, missions, all that, and the Admiral, which is one that was telling you everything to do.
Right.
They also stated that they will not need to create any new monsters, as the series has enough variety that they will be able to pull from the film.
They better not.
Question.
There's like answer.
Is the little cat dude in it?
Oh, the Meowstascular Chef. That's gonna be one of the
your little.
He just meant your companion.
Oh, are you talking about
your
the
little
Palico?
man's? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see anything about. Surprisingly, I didn't see anything about that. I didn't see anything in the trailer either.
Probably
so in the trailer, it's the.
Do you always have a little a little dude with you?
If you're playing by yourself or with two people.
Yep. So if you're playing with two people, it'll be two Palicos.
If you're playing with three or more, it's just the people.
Just you. Yeah.
Oh wait, that little cat thing helps you fight?
Yeah, they heal you and they do damage.
Yeah, they level up too. You make new weapons and armor too.
I thought I thought it was like Final Fantasy 14. It's like a little companion, like the thing.
Oh,
No.
They ain't the thick.
The Palicos fight. So
They in the
a
stink.
strat to do is to give them like a sleep weapon, so they keep beating on the enemy, and then they go to sleep, and then you go for a power move, things like that.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm.
You excited for it?
I'm interested.
You could be excited for it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you being excited for it.
It's not excitement. It's anticipation. I want to see where they're gonna go with this.
Yeah,
it's hard to. You see what happened with the Spirits Within, Final Fantasy Spirits Within.
Have you seen the movie? Have you seen the movie? Have you seen the movie? You should give it a rewatch. I think you should give it a rewatch. Check it out.
I was specifying that because it's a little harder to translate RPG-ish. If you want to say RPA from Monster Hunter, it's hard to translate those into movies.
Well,
like You're playing a game,
Kinda.
you're fighting these monsters to get the material to level up your armor and all this other stuff. Is that what they're gonna do? They're gonna kill it. So in the trailer, they showed the Black Diablos. What are you gonna do? You're gonna kill it. You're gonna shave off his horns. You're gonna take the horn to the smithy and have him craft you some armor to go back. Like, what are they gonna do? I want to know what's gonna happen.
I'm actually curious about that too.
To the smithy real quick.
Yeah, we're like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna watch. He's in there just banging at the horn. Like, hold on, it's gonna take about an hour for me to make this movie. Like, and the movie runs for 100 minutes, so an hour 40. I want to know, what are they gonna do? Side quests? Like, what is the movie gonna be about?
That's okay. That is curious. But I mean, an RPG movie that wasn't really RPG at all, Advent Children, which is like a phenomenal movie.
Yes, I was gonna say Advent Children, but the difference between that was it was animated.
Animated, true. Yes, that's true. And it's a lot
The only
easier
reason
to
why I
get
didn't
things
mention
done
it.
when it's animated. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, even if that's not animated, as long as you don't include monotonous things like that, but you find a way to nod to them. You know what I mean? Like a nice nod.
You could kind of include it, like,
man,
yo, I just brought these horns,
Bro.
do me up, and then you go, and the rest of
That's
the
a nod. Including it
That's
is
a
like, yo,
nod.
10 minutes, are we just out here doing random battles to level grind and then
Oh
like that. You
no!
can't include that.
Ain't
But
no
a nod-
film in the history of film about to add that.
That's what Reese is saying. That it's hard to
Ain't
put.
no.
an
Well, you know what? I
RPG.
can't even
they're
put it.
not gonna.
They might,
they're
because they
not
got
gonna-
T.I. and Jen in it, so I don't know. They might could.
My goodness.
They might could. I don't know.
So
I don't think T.I. is going to be that bad in the
It's
film.
not- no,
I'm
it's- I
more
don't think it's gonna be
concerned
that
about
bad.
Jin than anything else.
Man,
So-
I think the last movie Jen was in was Fast and the Furious 2. Like, whatever. I don't care. Go ahead, Reese. What you saying?
So the reason that this film even came about is, like I said, it released in China. And funnily enough, one of the shared producers of that film is a Chinese company. We all know Tencent.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they had their hand in the movie. So if you go on, because we were talking
And-
about around the world and all these things, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Capcom is a Japanese company, correct?
They are
Who is?
Okay, good.
Capcom.
Capcom. Okay.
So, like I said, movie released in China on the 4th. They're not really happy right now. There is a moment of, let's say, insensitivity within the opening minutes of the movie, where a joke was alluded referring to the Chinese people, and they weren't a fan of that. So if you happen to go on Steam right now and go to Monster Hunter World, you'll notice that their recent reviews, while their overall reviews are overwhelmingly positive, their current reviews are mixed. The Chinese are review bombing the hell out of this movie because of that insensitive moment in the movie where they're being made fun of. And what's amazing to me is that, like I said, Tencent had a hand in this movie, and anything that goes into China, any type of media, video games, books, movies, whatever, gets thoroughly looked at from every possible angle. So the fact that this movie was reviewed, I'm fairly certain, by several agencies, released in the theater with this content in it, kind of blows my mind. So much to the point that they don't even want a redo of the film. They don't want that film to be re-released with that particular segment removed. They want heads.
So wait, you're telling us a lot about it, but you're not telling us.
What's the quote?
It.
Give us the
The
quote.
quote. So
Right.
the quite unfortunate quote, if I can remember this correctly.
No, quote it.
They were
correct.
asked-
Get it word.
Let me
for
quote it
word.
correct.
Get
So,
that
all right,
quote
I'm going to quote it
word
correctly.
for word
So,
because
let
you
me-
don't want to mince it. You don't want to say
I
it
don't want to
wrong.
miss this at all.
You
You're
want it to
right.
be, and I quote. Boom.
Oh man, give me a minute because I don't. It's unfortunate how they.
Well, no, but why you pull that up? Like, you're right. Like, China's known for like being thoroughly thorough about vetting any sort of media or content that goes into their country. And
and you know what's even better? Actually,
crazy.
it's funny. You know what's even better? I told y'all the quote, but I never told y'all who said it.
That Seth. I forgot Seth's last name.
Rogen?
Seth Rogen. Yeah. Seth
Okay,
Rogen.
Seth
Seth
Rogen.
Rogen. Yeah.
Seth
That
Rogen,
Seth
okay.
Rogen movie.
I just wanted to make sure.
Did y'all see that Seth Rogen movie? Oh
I
my
did see it.
goodness!
I think I know which one you're talking about. Yeah,
It got banned. Actually, they was making threats like, "Yo, don't release
That was
that
North
film."
Korea.
That
Was
was
North Korea?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yep. I remember that.
Yeah, that was.
So in the scene, and please, I'll quote it. In the scene, a white male character and an Asian character, obviously played by MC Jin, are driving together at high speed. Quote, "Look at my knees," shouts MC Jin. "What kind of knees are these?" asks the white character. "Chinese," MC Jin responds.
Oh wow!
Tasteless.
And what's
Wow.
crazy is I could have sworn that Jen or another rapper was like making a scene a year ago, a couple years ago, about a little pump line that had to
No,
do
it
with
wasn't
like
Jen.
cheeky
I
eyes
know
or
you.
something like
Was
I
that.
it
know
Jen?
exactly what
Yeah.
you're talking about. That
And
was I'm sorry, I forgot his name. It's
okay,
like
but it wasn't Jen.
no, it wasn't Jen. I know
No.
exactly who it was.
But it's just crazy. Like like we spoke about Spider-Man, Miles Morales on here as well. Like it's just crazy that these big companies like will see this stuff and just be
I
like,
think it's okay.
that's cool. Like, how could you think that? Like, how
Chinese
could you?
viewers critique the pun for harking back to the old racist schoolyard rhyme, quote, "Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees, look at these." It's man, they were not happy.
I wouldn't
And
be
you know
happy
what?
either.
And you know what they did too, which is so messed up. Is they tried to like justify it by having
By having,
Yeah.
by having Jen
Which
say
made
it. Like that's what makes it. Oh, it's okay because Jen said it. Like, dude,
No, to make it stop. So they pulled it from theaters.
stupid, dude.
They
Come
offered
on.
to redo it. It was like, no, we want whoever's responsible for this. So right now it aired in China for that one day. It is no longer there. I believe it's released in the UK right now for you to watch for our UK viewers and listeners. And us in America got a few more weeks to wait, and it's probably gonna be gone by then.
Well,
So I think it'll be in there when it comes here.
You think
oh
so?
no, it's. I think it's gone. I think it's gone. I think that's out. I think that's edited.
I
and
don't
nipped.
know because did they use the N word in some movies and it's okay.
Yeah,
know
no,
what I
but
mean?
that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's different though. That's like
Yeah.
that's.
I wouldn't say it's different. I would
It
just
is.
say it because of who is involved. Is
If you're
what-
talking about a historical thing, or like if you're portraying somebody as a certain type of character, they are doing it
Yeah.
purposely. Like that's in there for a reason. That is just a
Yeah.
joke. So that's why
Yeah.
it's different.
Okay.
okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Okay,
Got me behind that.
but yeah, that yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that we should
Yeah.
actually make a bingo for that to see whether or not it does come out.
Make a
convinced
bingo.
It's coming out.
Nah,
You're
that's
convinced it's coming out.
No, that's
Yeah,
gone,
Nothing
dude.
is
That's
coming
out. That's out.
Yeah,
of the
we
movie.
had this conversation. It's gonna be gone, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's there. I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's there. It better be gone. But
Yeah,
I wouldn't be shocked if they're like, let me just slide that in.
Well,
and then that. Go ahead, kid.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna go on about I was gonna finish up.
Like
'Cause-
even with less time to put the movie out.
Mhm.
But
Last time they had 8 years.
no. I mean, it got released like 4 days ago, 3 days
Yeah,
ago,
3 days ago. Yeah.
and it's coming out here on the 25th. So they gotta get it. They gotta get it going to get that out the scene. I mean, to get that
What-
out the movie.
You just cut the original clip and then send it back out. That's it.
Yeah, but they have to. It's got to flow, right? Like, what if that's
that's
in a-
10 seconds you're
what if
cutting out
that's
that they're in a car.
part? Maybe they're in a car. Like they
Yeah.
have to do something. Like they have
Yeah.
to either refilm something or do something.
Yeah, but I mean, look at stuff that comes out in commercials and stuff like that. It's never actually shows up in the movie. Or there was I'll say that. Yeah,
Yeah, they probably have like standby footage. that
Yeah,
they
it's
probably-
cut.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's cut.
Yeah, they
My-
better cut it.
What interests me is how, although it is related to a video game, how it ended up being related to a video game that kind of sort of had nothing to do with it. Why is Monster Hunter World getting review bombed on Steam? Like, why don't you just go on IMDb and be like, "Yo, we don't
Yeah,
like this,"
that
or go
is-
on Metacritic or Sina Weibo, which is this
So it's
Chinese
they're
version
review
of, like,
bombing
Twitter,
Monster
things like
Hunter World, like the game.
the game.
Why? Yeah,
Right
no,
now-
that's stupid.
Now, it's not at the rate at which Monster Hunter World was kind of review bombed when it first came out. There was like 20,000
That's like
negative
yeah.
reviews, but that was due to the game's issues.
Yeah.
So right now there's about I want to say 2,000 to 3,000 negative reviews over the last few days.
I don't really go against that because like if a company attacks your people in some way, whether they did it on purpose or not, you usually boycott that company or that thing.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
So like I still don't go to Starbucks. I probably never will ever again.
Wait a second.
You know what I mean?
Do you think it's Capcom had to sign off? Well, Capcom gave over the movie rights. Do you think they had anything to do with the media part of it though? Like, because that's the producer. Matter. That's the producer, and that's like the movie guys that did that. Like, they didn't say yes, that's okay. They had nothing to do with it.
True, but it doesn't matter if that's my product that's being put out there. So I'm the parent. Those are my characters in my movie. I signed off. I'm responsible for the content that gets put out there under my name. Because when that movie starts up, it's going to say Capcom on the top.
Yeah.
No? Like True. When a Marvel movie starts up, it says Marvel on the top. And you know that that's a Disney company. So like, yes, you might come at the writer and the director more, but still that company is at fault.
Yeah.
It's like if a company, like you take like,
it's just it's not really their fault in any way. It's just guilty by association.
No,
that's all it is.
Because
it's not their fault at all.
Somebody else. Yeah, give it to somebody else. They have absolutely good intentions, but then they go slander your name behind your back.
Yeah, no, but I mean, he's right in the sense like it's just you just have to take responsibility. They're guilty by association. You just have to take responsibility because it's your IP, which sucks on their behalf because it's not like they signed off and said it was okay.
No, like that's who you pick to do your thing.
No, I know, I understand that. I know. I'm just saying, like it's just they picked him and said, "Yo," and gave him the keys to the car. Yep. Now you're not on my insurance. You go crash the car. It's my fault.
It's my fault.
Like, but it's not my fault. Like I'm having a dinner. Like I'm not there. It wasn't my fault. But it's just my responsibility because I gave you the keys. So that's why I say it's guilty by association. Huh?
It's your fault because you gave him the keys to your car. Had you never done that, they can't crash your car. It's not possible for them to crash.
Yeah, your car. I mean, but you could have gave the keys to anybody. Like that's I wouldn't use that argument. Anybody could have. You could have whoever. It doesn't matter who you gave the keys to. Anybody, they could screw it up in any way. That one person you gave it to ended up screwing it up.
Yeah, and this is that one person that you've trusted previously and has brought previous successes and all that. Right. You wouldn't think that they would ever do
bring a ton of money. Like those Resident Evil movies did really well. Like I think they're bad, but people enjoy
That's why I'm kind of iffy on this particular portion of the subject because I don't know. Maybe he was having a moment. It was like, let's just throw this in.
No, I understand. I completely understand. Like it's their fault, but it's not. But they had nothing to do with it. Like it's their fault. They have to take responsibility for it. But even though they're attached to it by name only.
Yes, but also if you're putting something out, you don't think that people should watch it before it gets sent out? That's not. I mean,
what I think
you can quality check your if you're a clothing brand, you should quality check before you sell it. If you make movies, you got to quality.
Wait, that's different. That's another thing that's different, but that doesn't matter. But
it's a film. You have to quality check. Like you have
the movie production people have to quality check. Yes, the people that are working on the film, the people that are in the film studio have to check that. Yes, but you don't send it over to Capcom. Like Capcom, they make games. You know what I mean? Like they work on the game stuff. They don't have a movie section. They give it to the movie guys. Like who published the movie? Like Lionsgate or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it didn't come from Capcom.
Right, but your brand is involved.
I know. That's what I'm. What I think should happen. Yes, fine. They should watch it, but like
we got to change the culture of these companies because this is what happens.
Fine.
Like this is what happens. Like you gotta be on top of your stuff. Like you're letting your brand, your IP go out there, and people are just gonna muck it up. That's on you.
I'm in agreement that they have to take responsibility for what happened.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that, but I cannot say that it is their fault because they had no hand in it besides giving over the keys
to someone trustworthy.
Right. So in that regard, because they trusted him, then you kind of let that ride. But I don't know. I think you are fully responsible when you give your IP to somebody else. You let them use it.
You are responsible. You're responsible.
You are responsible. You are held accountable for your stuff.
And the best way I can say it is like giving the keys to a car. Like if
they stole the keys.
Shut
They
up,
stole the
Reese.
keys.
Shut
They
up.
stole the keys.
If they stole the keys, then you're not responsible.
I just don't want to. All right. So
you
basically, what we're saying is what I think we're all coming to terms with is they're responsible, but they're not responsible. They have a little cleaning up to do.
No, they are fully
They're
responsible.
responsible.
It might not be their direct fault,
Yeah.
but they are fully responsible and need to be held accountable for it.
They're responsible. They're
Like,
just it's just not their fault
Capcom
directly.
And the film company are 100% responsible for that.
Responsibility
100%.
and I guess
And
at fault is two different things.
Right. They're separate things and separate words. The writer is at fault because he wrote it into the
And
film.
whoever like went over this, everybody, that
whoever-
whole studio is at
that's
fault.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
The studio, right.
Is at fault.
And
But
Capcom. It's their
Capcom
character.
is
Their IP.
responsible for it.
They're responsible.
They're not at fault for it because they didn't write it or they
They didn't actually do it.
No.
Right? But they are responsible.
They're
It's like
responsible.
if you're like,
Yes.
right. It's kind of like if you're like a kingpin of something, or like and you send people out to go do something and they do it wrong. It goes back to you.
Yeah,
You're the
yes,
head.
you are responsible.
You're
Yes,
responsible.
but it's not your fault.
No, I agree. I'm explaining it to
okay.
Reese. I agree
Oh,
with you.
okay.
I'm
I
explaining
know,
it
but-
because Reese is saying responsible but not responsible. I'm like, no,
Yeah, no.
you
They're
are
not
responsible. Yes.
You're absolutely responsible.
Yes.
I'm blaming Tencent.
Yes.
As the parent, if your child goes out and breaks somebody else's window,
You are
you
responsible.
are responsible. You're not. It's not your fault because obviously you didn't go break
You
the window
didn't break
yourself.
the window.
But you are responsible.
You're responsible.
You better get that summer job, pay that off.
We're gonna move on.
That's fine, but you're still responsible.
We're gonna move on because we're actually running out of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm like I said, that's just ridiculous that it managed to go through all those hands since 2012. Several script iterations, 4 different production companies, and it still made its way out.
You know
It's
who else
wild.
was at fault? Jen. Like Jen, why you? Come on, Jen. I know
You-
you ain't.
yeah,
You ain't.
why'd
You ain't get a
this is
role.
okay, man.
You ain't get a
should've
role
been
in a
better
little
than
bit, and you was just trying to get your paper. I understand, but it's your people. Like you
It's your
can't.
people, bro.
You
Come
can't
on,
do
man.
that to your own people, man.
Can't
But,
be on that, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
but
That's all I had.
I want to move along, and it's interesting that you brought up a game movie because this kind of intertwines a little bit with movies and things of the sort. First of all, it came out that Call of Duty, the series, the franchise, made $3 billion in profit, not gross, and net.
Woo!
Wow.
In 1 year, in the last year across their franchise.
Cheddar,
God, it's straight cheddar. It's a
yeah,
cheddar
that's-
train, baby.
Fred.
Absolutely insane. And it's crazy because a lot of people don't even like a lot of people are talking mad trash. They don't really like the latest rendition, which is Black Ops. I'm sorry, the latest Black Ops Cold War. And it's just they're making a lot of stupid dumb money right now, and it's based off of
Dumb money.
the current Call of Duty. Warzone is bringing a ridiculous amount of. This is across I think they said like 200 million players, so they're just bringing in a lot of money.
I didn't think that player count was that high, actually.
What
Oh,
that
really?
player count is massive. It's insane.
Dude, it's so smart. Like Call of Duty now has Warzone, right? Which is going to be constantly bringing in money. Then they still release a new game and people buy that game.
Still buying it, and you can
But-
literally
hold on. Warzone? It's in there too.
Crazy.
the main menu in Black Ops Cold War. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can choose to play
Campaign.
Warzone, huh?
Yep.
You can
Campaign,
choose to play
multiplayer,
Warzone. Yeah, you have Warzone as an option. So from Black Ops itself, you can go play Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Crazy.
listen,
Just like in Modern Warfare.
yeah, just like in Modern Warfare,
Warzone's right in the middle of the screen.
Warzone,
So
right?
Activision doing something different. I've never seen that before.
You can always
2
play
different
Warzone.
games leading to a single point over different generations too. Never
And-
seen it before.
It's basically like if in Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy 7R, they had a Final Fantasy 14 thing right in the middle of the screen. You could just go. That would be fire.
That would be genius. I'm done with this single player stuff. Let's go play with my friends. Done.
nuts.
But
But so yes, they made a lot of money, and
how much money?
a lot of money. No, but to be
Okay.
exact, they made $3 billion in the past year. In the past year, net. And with that news, another bit of information came out that. So wait, let's take a merry-go trip way back to 2018.
Okay.
The end of 2018. And they had a guy named Spencer Newman who was their CFO. And actually, I didn't even know I didn't know the difference between CEO and CFO, so I had to go look it up for myself because I ain't know. So basically, a CEO is something that's like they only answer to the board of directors. Like they are the tippity top, the CEO.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the CFO is he's the highest ranked financial position in the company.
So chief executive, chief financial.
Yeah. So in 2018, at the end of late 2018, Activision announced it will terminate Spencer Newman, who was their CFO at the time. And for the year of 2018, Activision's shares dropped nearly 27%. So people were speculating like, oh, like he basically put the company in the dirt. Like he was not put the company in the dirt, but was putting the company in the dirt with his actions or whatever he was doing. So they let him go because of that. And so Activision released a statement stating it was, and I quote, for cause unrelated to the company's financial reporting or disclosure controls and procedures. So people were like, wait a minute. So it had nothing to do with their finance. Like what exactly happened here? What's going on? And then Activision actually went back to a guy named Dennis Durkin, who was their CFO from 2012 to 2017. So basically the guy right before Spencer Newman.
Predecessor. Yep.
And during his 5-year run, the stock went this from 2012 to 2017, their stock went up 400%. And so I have no idea why they would let that guy go. Maybe he left on his own accord or something like that. I have no idea why your stock raised 400% in 5 years. That's almost 100% a year. So like, I don't know why you would let a guy like that go, but he's back in any case. So fast forward to today, to now, not today, I'm sorry, 3 days ago, December 4th, Activision opens a lawsuit against Netflix, stating to shape its workforce to its desires, Netflix not only ruthlessly fires its own employees that it deems adequate, but is engaged in a years-long campaign of unlawfully poaching executives from Netflix's competitors regardless of their contractual obligations. So
that's a lot of words.
Basically, Activision is pissed because at the end of 2018, Netflix and Activision were in talks with each other because they wanted to do some linear media, and which I'm thinking is some kind of movies. I'm thinking, I don't know. I was doing some theory crafting, and I'm thinking Call of Duty movies with what's Punisher's name? What's his name? I only know him as Punisher.
Punisher's name.
I think his name is John something. John.
That's my dude.
John Bernthal.
Yeah, John Bernthal, something like that. The guy from The Walking Dead. The guy from
Come on, Red.
Come on, Red.
He's so good. He's in Fury.
He's not.
He's in Fury.
Yeah, with Brad Pitt and Shia LaBeouf. Phenomenal film.
Oh my goodness, he's such a good actor. So yeah, I was thinking Call of Duty movies. I don't know, but that is most definitely out of the window now, because during their meeting, while they was having these talks, under the table, Spencer Newman was talking with Netflix about joining their their company, and even though he was still on contract with Activision. So he was kind of doing like so, and he was the one heading these meetings about between Netflix. So it was just like it was kind of like insider trading almost. It was like
Right.
he was
conflict of interest.
he was a rogue agent basically, like trying to get the best deal for Netflix while being the CFO of Activision. And it,
Boy.
like it was absolutely insane, absolutely insane.
You can't do that, bro.
No, that's a no. You can't be doing that. My man's trying to get his cake, eat it too, and get another cake,
dude.
So now, right? My question is so where is the legal ramifications that they can sue for that?
So Activision is seeking injunctive relief and widespread damages, which basically means so injunctive relief is basically barring Netflix from hiring Activision employees who may have a fixed term employment agreements or anything like that. So basically they can't do it because they've done this before. Back in 2016, Netflix took they poached 2 members from Fox, who was still on contract with Fox, and got them over to their team. So Fox is in a legal battle with them, and then earlier that year of 2018, and I think I'm sorry, not even earlier that year, 2 months prior, in October of 2018, Netflix hired a person named Momita I'm sorry, I can't say her last name, Sengupta, as a VP physical production, while she was on contract with Viacom from CBS. She still had 2 years on her contract. So they're just
headhunting.
Dude, Netflix is literally just taking people regardless if they're on contract or not.
So poaching is actually a big problem with these big companies. A few years ago, it was a giant thing between Apple, Google, and Microsoft. Just poaching each other's employees.
Well, see,
like either near the end of their term or just because.
Now I got curious and I looked into it and I'm like, wait, that's a contract breach. Like, how are you getting away with, like, isn't there's like some legal thing behind that you can't do as being on the contract? And when you're on a contract with a company and you're working with them or working for them or whatever the case may be, a lot of times there's a written in like some kind of penalty, like a fine or something like that if you break the contract early. And so Netflix has promised all of them indemnity, if I'm saying that word right.
Yeah, indemnity.
Indemnity. So basically, they're gonna have them covered.
Yeah, they're gonna pay the fine.
They're gonna pay the fine and say, "Yo, if anything comes of this, you breach your contract, fine. We'll front that cash for you. We'll pay the fine for you. You come over to us, and we're gonna give you all these sweets and candies." Basically, that's what they offered them. Like, we're gonna give you a better deal than what you're currently getting. Come over and to our side.
It's basically like the phone companies. Like, yo, we'll give you this phone.
Teams do that all the time. They'll be like, yo, we want that player. So, but he's on contract with that team and they don't want to trade him. Or we have a player on our team that we don't want anymore, but he's on contract. Sometimes you'll just buy out that player's contract and send him packing. See you later. Like, it's crazy. Like I'll take the penalty and the cap hit because we want that guy. So, but we got to clear up space. So we got to get this guy off our team. So let's take money from our actual cash, give it to this player, release him, so that way we can actually take another player and put it towards our salary cap for this year.
It's so crazy. It's so
crazy. It's crazy. It's part of the game.
So they're seeking injunctive relief, which is saying you can no longer poach people from other companies. Basically, that's what it is. I think it's for Activision specifically. Like, you can't take people from our company specifically.
From our company.
Yeah,
they can't reach out to others.
And widespread damages, which is basically we need money. Like, that's money. Yeah, that's we want some money. And they said because of Newman's sudden departure, they were forced to pay millions of dollars to his replacement than Newman himself would have made. So they had to hire somebody else in and pay them more than Newman would have earned. And then Activision claims it also had to pony up millions more to other executives than they were due to earn in order to keep them from leaving. So I feel like that is just like,
Bro.
like that's just wording for them. They just threw that in there so they can try to get some money. Like, what are you talking about? You had to overpay people to get them from. What do you like? If I was a judge, I'd have been like, bro, what?
They trying to run up a check, bro.
Like that is straight up run up a check.
That's all these companies are trying to do.
That's definitely run up a check language right there. That's all it is.
They're salty that their guy got poached, right? And it happens in these big companies all of the time. All of the time. It's literally is what happens. Like that is Silicon Valley in a nutshell. Yeah. Right? Like high executives or people who create the IP get bought and moved and they get poached all of the time. Activision's just mad that one of their main guys who's been bringing them cheddar got poached, and they're using that he was in talks with them as a linchpin for them to recoup some of those dollars that they had to pay out.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was under the table trying to work with them. He screwed up. Yeah, we could have got way more money from this, but he was doing this. We need that money back.
The only thing I would buy from that is that you had to get his replacement and you had to offer more money because, you know, you need that in a flash. Like, you need your CFO. So you had to offer some money and you whatever, you had to pay out.
They probably poached him.
So, and that cascaded.
So you had to pay him out. I'm not believing that they had to cash out every other employee so that they don't leave.
Like, oh, wait a minute, you're paying this guy more than us? Nah, I want that much, or I'm leaving.
There's only one CFO, if I'm not mistaken. So, like, obviously he's getting paid the most. So no, like, what all of a sudden? Oh, we have to pay all of our other employees more so that they don't leave.
Because that's
maybe not regular employees, but like other executives.
No, the board.
The
rest of the board.
Yeah.
So you might have to pay them more, or they might all walk. You never know.
And if you don't have
just
a board,
gonna walk. Wait, but that doesn't make any sense. The only reason why the CFO left is because he was in a meeting with Netflix. They was talking under the table, whatever. It's not like everybody was like, "Yo, forget this job. I want to leave."
Well, not walk, but you're definitely going to ask for more money if you know the new guy is getting more money.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that?
If the owner of the company is asking...
Not equal to him, but if someone's coming in and is making substantially more than the last guy in his spot, why can't you pay us more?
I don't know. I guess you're right. I don't know.
Like, you had all this. Look, like, you've been paying us this much for this long. They've probably been asking for raises like in the past. And now all of a sudden they have this money to just give to this new guy. And they've been asking for who knows how long. You're right. They're going to catch an attitude.
It was an emergency situation. We had to pay him just to get somebody in the seat. I mean, I'm not giving excuses to these people, but like, I don't know. It just seems...
I don't owe Activision nothing if I'm an employee. I just work there. So I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get more bread. Like, what's up?
Bro,
you're giving this dude more money. Why can't I get more money? What's up?
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. I say it all the time.
I suppose. I'm like, nah.
In the tech realm, dude.
I'm like,
terrible.
And I think it's just wording for a check. I don't think it's any more than that. I don't even think they paid out other people more. I don't even think that.
That's quite possible too. This is all fluff.
That's quite possible, but for them to use legal ramifications, they might have paid one other guy, two other guys.
Yeah, to have paperwork.
They actually got to have a paper trail for that. But look, we paid these guys more.
You definitely can't say.
Right. It's maybe a couple guys, like, definitely not like one of your developers. You're not paying that guy more money, but like the lead executive developer who sits in the board,
vice presidents and
the VPs and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're like, yo, where that?
If they're like, yo, we have to pay the entire board 10% more, it was like, oh, let's see it, and then their pay stubs look the same.
Yeah,
it's not a good look.
It's not a good look report.
So he got fired. He was terminated on the 31st, and 2 days later was named the CFO of Netflix.
Oh man, get your cheddar, homie.
So honestly, dude, if I wouldn't even want homie. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, that type of person, they have no loyalty.
I was gonna say that's treacherous behavior.
Right. What is gonna stop that person from doing that to me with the next company? Like, so I'm not gonna hire that type. Me personally, I'm not gonna hire that type of person at all.
In small business, you would never hire that guy. In big business, you would hire that guy because if he can get you 400% in 5 years and then move on, you get that.
Whatever.
That's not him. He lost them 27%.
Oh, okay, I thought it was
the predecessor.
The predecessor who they got back. They was like, all right, well, yeah.
All right.
So now that adds even more.
And that was the guy with loyalty. So
right. And they let him go for this guy.
And they dropped 27% the year he was there, and then he peeled out on them. He's the Wolf of Wall Street. Like I'm good. I'm good on this dude. I'm good on that dude, man. Like
I'm good on that dude, but being in his shoes, bro, make it happen because those companies don't care.
No.
Heartbeat.
He is making out good. He's all right.
Get that cheddar.
If I was Netflix, like I wouldn't want to hire somebody if I was like, yo, I'm gonna throw you a couple dollars. You come through on my side of the team. All right, cool. That's not the type of person I want on my team.
Now you got company B.
If somebody else, another company come through like, yo, I'm gonna throw you a couple dollars. You come to my team. Tell me the insides. Bet. Cool. I'm on your team.
That's that world, man. It's a different beast.
It's
a different beast.
Good.
Silicon Valley is a different beast. All those big businesses, but especially tech companies, they are the most unloyal. They don't care. They do not care. It's what can you do for me now, and what's the least I got to pay to get that? That's what they do.
That sounds like retail. That's retail. That's business in general.
Because what I can do here, I can do there. But if they're willing to give me 5 and you're only willing to give me 3,
I'm going there.
Go there.
And
y'all are offering me 6? Man, what's the contract? I'll be over there.
I'll go over there.
In response to all of that, Netflix says it's looking out for the employees' freedom against the Hollywood establishment.
Employees' freedom, bro. Let's go.
Against the Hollywood establishment.
That Hollywood establishment thing, they didn't have to say that. But
I don't know what's that about.
Well, because and literally that's in California, that's a suable offense. Like that's why they are getting sued because he poached. You can't poach basically in California, which is where all these companies are based. So.
And you want to know why a lot of companies are moving out of California?
Because you can't poach no more.
Yeah,
dude, Silicon Valley is going to be barren within the next 10, 15 years. It ain't good. They're gone. It's getting too expensive.
It's way too expensive to live there now.
Red tape and regulation and things like this happening.
So many, and you can't, like the average employee for a company, or even if you're like higher up, you can't stop you from. You just quit and go join another company.
Yeah, you can. They can't stop you from leaving,
but
they can't stop you from being poached.
Right. So, like he's not doing anything wrong at all.
Kind of. He's on contract. He was still on contract for 2 years.
I didn't even get to finish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where he's at, you can't do that. Where those companies are, you can't do that.
Anywhere you can't do that. You can't break a contract early. That's a fine.
Yes, you can.
It's a fine.
Yeah, you can.
It's a fine.
Right, but no, there is a fine, but it's not illegal, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not illegal.
They can take legal action against you.
Him himself, he's not getting sued. The company that took him is getting sued. So nothing he's doing is wrong besides breaking contract early, which you can't do anywhere. But you can. It's just a fine. Yeah.
Okay,
if you're at that level, the fines don't matter.
You're not supposed to do, huh?
But like when you're at that level, the fines don't really matter to a lot of these executives and companies. They don't really care. Like they eat those fines. Like
especially in the case of admonishment.
It's tough for me to keep comparing it to sports. I see it so often in sports. They do it left and right.
You do what you need to do to get by. Like I don't care about that. Yeah, I'm just saying like him as an individual, he cannot be sued. So he never has anything to worry about.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, he's good to go.
He's absolutely fine.
Get your cheddar.
Got a new job, some better paper, new environment, and who knows what else in that contract that you got.
Right. What else is in that? Like they probably sweeten up the deal. You get Netflix for life. Here's a new car. Do it up, brother.
My thing is like, what did they see?
I'm sorry.
My thing is like, what did they see in him? Like they must have either had.
How long have you been there?
Been where?
At Activision.
That 1 year.
That 1 year.
It was from 2017 to when the other guy left, the end of 2018, when he left and went to Netflix. So in that 1 year, the company dropped 27%. So it's like
it had to have been something prior to. It had to.
You must have had a really crap CFO, or I don't know, man. This man must have had the silver spoon in his mouth during these meetings because.
Okay, the better question is where is he at before Netflix?
Yeah,
I mean, before Activision.
Oh, that I don't even know.
Where was he at before?
That's what I'm bringing up.
Because if he was doing something crazy at Activision, and then at the company before Activision brought him on. And he's like, I ain't even that hot no more. I'm just gonna write this check.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Do it. Again, I'm comparing it to sports, but you see guys go for teams and get super max. Like, I'm on a better team, but I'm making less money. So let me go to the smaller market and get a super max deal.
This guy's something else. So he's the group CFO of Netflix right now as of January 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Previously, group CFO of Activision Blizzard from June 17 to December 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He was the CFO of Global Guest Experience of the Walt Disney Parks and Resorts worldwide for 5 years.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
So he did.
He must have crushed it for Disney, and they was like, "Yo, we want this guy."
And he's a board member of Make-A-Wish America for the past 7 years. So yeah, he
did his thing with Disney.
He know how to bring money in. That's what
Disney is a money machine. If you do anything wrong at Disney that takes away $1, you're gone.
And he's a board member for one of the biggest fundraisers in the world, the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Yeah, he got clout.
So he's the guy. Like he's the LeBron James in that. You know what I mean? So all these other teams and all these other companies are basically like throwing money at him. Like, join us.
He's making money for the rest of his days. He's good.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy is good. The guy is good. I'm just wondering. I'm not worried about the guy. He's good. I know my man's getting money.
You're worried about Activision.
And my man's is going to get money the way he gets money regardless. He's fine. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not worried about Activision. I'm worried about Netflix. Okay, worried is the wrong word. I'm not worried about it.
I know what you're saying. You're curious.
I'm trying to see their thought process because when I'm looking at it from my perspective, I don't want this individual. Like, I don't care what you did 10 years ago. I don't want you because you're a snake. Like, I'm good on you. So, like, that's just...
Once a snake, always a snake?
Fam, like, you're good. I'm good. But that's
I
just
agree with
my
you,
perspective.
That's commonplace in that realm. Commonplace.
I mean,
so they easily
to them
see it different.
Yeah,
they see it different.
Yeah, I mean, well, clearly, yeah. I was just when I was reading up on it, I was just like, "What? Wait a minute." That's what my mind immediately snakes in the grass. Like immediately, I'm like, "Oh
snakes
no!"
in the grass.
Immediately, snakes in the grass.
It's like unless you own the company, your employees don't they usually don't care about your company the way you do. They never will.
Never.
It's just not possible. They don't have that connection. So for him, he's like, peace. Like,
I always said the guy, I don't care about him. Like he's gonna.
But I mean, for Netflix, it's like, well, this is just the way it works. This is the way of the world. This guy's it. He's available. Let's get him. Let's bring him on board.
Define available because
everyone is available.
Everyone's available, man.
Available is a strong word, man.
Like we were saying, Key, you can do it. You're not supposed to.
That's not. That's a bad look.
It doesn't change the ability that it's possible, and to where you're not gonna go to jail for it or anything like that. That's what.
What was it y'all was saying? Responsibility and fault.
I don't think that applies.
That does not apply in any way to this.
Different.
That's a hate the player, hate the game, not the player. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's
that's the game. That's the game. Like all these companies, these CFOs, they switch left and right.
Listen, Spencer, do your thing. Just calm it down a little bit because now you got these two titans fighting each other, and that's crazy.
Well, no, honestly, that's on Netflix. Well, I don't know. Netflix must know something about the law that they're not worried because they started their first original battle, like I said, with Viacom in 2016 when they took that girl Momita.
Listen, if they beat Viacom, they beating anybody.
Because Viacom has the money.
Dude, they are still in legal battles with Viacom while poaching. They're in a legal battle with Viacom CBS, and in 2018 poached two people from Fox. They're literally in a legal battle for poaching and upped it and poached two people. And then 2 months later, poach somebody else from They don't care. They clearly must know something about the law. Like,
you know what's crazy though?
Your Netflix is like, I don't care.
Yeah. For real, you know what it is? It's they're playing dominoes right now. It could fall one of two ways. If they win one, they win them all.
You know what? You know what they are? Like, they're that goofy meme. They're like, yo, aren't you in a legal battle and you're gonna poach somebody? And you poach somebody, I'll do it again. I'll do it again.
Like you said, there is more litigation, more litigation, and they're probably going to settle outside of court and get all the pieces they want.
Yeah,
they know something.
For what?
They're going to do something. They're going to do something. I don't know. I just feel
like settle.
Again, if they win or settle against Viacom CBS, these other players don't matter. They're smaller than them.
Whatever happens, I feel like it's going to be a favorable situation. I don't know what, a settle, a win, a loss. I don't know what's going to happen, but I think whatever happens is going to be a favorable situation for Netflix simply because they're just doing it with no regards for human life. Like, they don't care. They're just like, oh yeah, we're in a legal battle. So you trying to come to my side? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. Crazy legal battles. I know. So you trying to come to this side? Like, they just...
Oh, legal battle? Don't worry about that.
Question. But what giant corporation is not in a legal battle? Like, all the time. Literally all the time. So they're like, more litigation. You want
to know what it is? That's why courts take so long.
They do.
Because they're like, all right, we got to figure this one out. Oh, God dang it. You did it again. Now we got to add this one to the docket. And it's like,
right.
Oh, this is looking similar to your lap. Dang.
Yo, by the time they get to that one, he's gonna already been moved on to Hulu.
For
by the time
real.
That.
Yeah.
In 2-3 years, that dude's gonna be at Hulu or.
All right, Mr. Newman, you can't really work. Wait a minute, you don't work there anymore. Throw the whole case out. Let's go.
I wouldn't be surprised if Quibbly gave him $1 million just on GP.
Oh my God.
They're actually not a company anymore.
That's my point.
Let's not.
That's my point.
Let sleeping dogs lie.
Get this man a mill real quick. Just to help burn our company down fast. What was it? 6 months for Quibbly?
6 months for Quibi.
That's insane. Imagine how hard
I just added it to my plan because it came free with T-Mobile. I was about to give it a whirl. Gone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I never got a chance to check it out.
I didn't even get to use a free trial before it was gone.
Nope. They didn't even do that.
Was bad commercials everywhere, but I never checked it out, and that's probably why they went down, because all of that money they spent on commercial and ads and nobody downloaded it.
I mean, look, that's 3 of us right now. I was like, I was gonna get to it, and never did.
I just saw commercials.
Well, I don't watch anything on my phone anyway, so I don't count.
Also, that I don't watch media on my phone at all. Actually, earlier today, when Cody told me about Attack on Titan, I was like, yo, I got a busy day. I'm mad I won't be able to watch it. I can't wait till tomorrow. He's like, just watch it on your phone. And I was like, me no do that, bruv.
I mean, I do that in select situations.
I don't do
I'm
that.
At home and I got a bigger screen to me. Come on.
When I worked overnight, during my lunch break, I bust out my phone, because overnight I got to stay awake. I need to watch. I got to do something, or else I'll take a nap or something. But
I watch TV shows on my mobile device when I used to at work, because I worked overnight for security for many years.
Oh,
so
yeah, see? Yeah.
That was all day, or if I'm on the bike at the gym.
Okay, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah,
for 30 minutes to an hour, I'll put a show on. If I'm only doing 10, 20 minutes, I'm listening to music.
Yeah, the ride to work on the train, TV show,
fair.
or anime episode.
I do that. Actually, when I'm on a bike, though, I watch the little game that they have on there. Like, you see the little character riding up mountains or stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about? You don't know?
Is that it?
Oh, that's what I'm watching.
That don't be
I just got my music on and watch the little character just do his thing. Like, I just
okay, yeah. If I'm listening to my tunes, but
I always got music on.
Oh, I thought you were just
listening to that.
Just listening to the person ride a bike. Y'all think I'm a psycho.
What you said.
So basically, no. Y'all are telling me to my face you think I'm a serial killer. Just tell me.
True.
No, just say it in
Peloton is
plain
like
terms.
the thing right now.
Oh,
So
Peloton is
people,
boy.
Y'all don't listen.
I might get one.
You already
I get
insinuated it. Just tell me to my face. Y'all think I'm
I
a serial killer?
I don't think you're a serial killer. I
Yo,
don't
Key.
think that.
So you
Some
think I
people
plug?
think things are
Yo, Key.
relaxing
Yo, Key.
more than others. Some people put their milk in the bowl before the cereal. Live your life.
Oh no!
You think I
don't-
put my milk in my bowl before the cereal? That's what you're telling me right now.
You took that to heart. I didn't say
This
any of
is
those
crazy.
words.
This is
Yo,
crazy.
Key be killing cereal. This is crazy.
What's up? What's up, Reese?
You
I
be
do
killing
kill cereal. Cereal's bomb.
I hate
you. No, listen, dude. Listen. Some people like the stuff the way I like it. Like I like pineapple on my pizza. Am I a serial killer? No, not at all.
Let me check that closet.
Some people listen. My lady likes Hawaiian pizza. That's her favorite pizza. It's Hawaiian pizza, ham and pineapple. So now she's a serial killer too.
Wow, double serial killers. No wonder y'all fell in love. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with all of that, we have a tendency of pinching time.
This is a lot.
This is a pinch.
So, yeah, go ahead, Key. Take it away.
Yeah, with that being said, I think it's time for everybody's favorite segment, and that is B's Throwback of the Week. As I said, and that is B's Throwback of the Week.
That is awkward.
It's a crazy episode.
Yeah, let's just go to the segment. That was great.
Moving
That
on.
was great. What you got for us, Rick?
I gotta do this quick. So real quick, this is a game I'm sure everyone has played. If you haven't played it, you wilding out. You like fighting games, you love party games from 94. Wow. 94. Yep. I mean, not 95 was when we were able to play it, but 94 was when it was dropped. It was developed by Rare, published by Midway, so you know we're going back. It was ported to Super Nintendo in 95 and Game Boy as well.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
No.
Boom,
no,
baby.
No. Killer Instinct, baby. Bro,
Yes, sir.
so often do we say combo breaker. People don't even know where it's from. Killer Instinct, just one of those classic 2D fighting games. It had a cast of characters. There was Cinder, just a flaming individual. There was a boxer that was based on Mike Tyson. There's Glacier, who's just ice. He's just walking, molting water and ice. Spinal,
Raptor,
it's a skeleton. Raptor,
Jago,
literally a raptor. Jago, a ninja.
Orchid.
What? Like, where is Jago from?
Nobody will ever know.
A ninja.
Like, where is he? A ninja. Like, yo, dude. So
okay. So somebody in the chat. Wait.
Wow.
Stop for a second. Stop. Somebody in the chat. Shout out to Nosebreaker. Just said Clay Fighters over Instinct. Now you guys can have your beefs about whether you think that is right or not. But literally, was it yesterday? I think it was
yesterday. Literally, and the day before.
Just yesterday. One of them, we was in a meeting, and one of them brought up a game. And I was like, oh, I never played this game. But, yo, have y'all ever played Clay Fighters? And we went, hell. Yo, we just got excited. Like,
what
yo,
game were we talking about?
Have y'all played Clay?
You
got mad at me. I think it was Worms, maybe. You got mad at me because I never played this game.
No.
Maybe it wasn't Worms.
It was a fighting game. But yeah, we were talking about.
We was talking about something.
I brought up Clay Fighter. I'm like,
and Clay Fighters came up.
I brought it. I was like, oh, this makes me think of Clay Fighters, and then we were just like, yo,
like me and my brother spent a lot of time on Clay Fighters.
Went crazy in Clay Fighters.
Yeah, but
Killer Instinct is a better game to me because there's more options, there's more stuff. There's ultras and ultimates and all this stuff. There's finishers and all that crap. Like you can knock a guy off a roof so they land on a car. Like there's just more stuff in Killer Instinct, but Clay Fighters is a classic. So this bugs me, right? When stuff is more niche than others, the people like usually, not to say that people don't have their favorite games, that people like stuff more than others. That happens to be an unpopular opinion. That's okay. What I don't like is when people automatically like the thing that's more niche just because it's less popular. That burns me up.